Hi guys, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This is a Let's Play. It's probably been a long time coming for a lot of people to see on this channel. Anyway, I am Masterath, and I welcome you to this. Oh, that's cool. Welcome, folks, to Let's Play Pokemon, the trading card game. Made in 1998 by Nintendo and Creatures Inc. and Game Freak for the Game Boy. And my controller's not working. Awesome. Give me a minute. That's better. Let's press start. New game. That's apparently what we look like. So we've gone from having a stupid hat in Digimon to having stupid hair in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now we have a stupid bandana. Awesome. Alright, our character name will be... I don't know. That. Let's go! Masterath is crazy about Pokemon and Pokemon card collecting. One day, Masterath heard a rumor. The legendary Pokemon cards, the extremely rare and powerful cards held by Pokemon trading card game's greatest players. The Grandmasters are searching for one to inherit the legend. Dreaming of inheriting the legendary Pokemon cards, Masterath visits the lab, the Pokemon card researcher, Dr. Mason. There he is. Yay, hello. Oh god, we run so quickly. Oh, why the rush, Masterath? What? You want to learn how to play the Pokemon trading card game? So, you, too? Finally want to start playing the card game? Well, dueling is more fun than just collecting cards. First you should try playing with a practice deck. Here, I'll give you this deck. And now you need an opponent. Hey, Sam, play with him for a while. Oh god, hello, Sam. Yes, Dr. Mason. Hello, Masterath. Okay, let's give it a try. Yes. Hey, Masterath, hurry up and come here. Fine, I'm not actually doing anything here. I'm just going through the game. First, ask Sam the basics of this game. Okay, Masterath, what do you want to ask about? Nothing! I will do it myself. Is that all? No, I would like to ask. Where do you get those glasses from? They're really weird. They say that actions... Oh, wrong character. First time it's happened in this playthrough. They say that actions speak louder than words. So let's play a game. I'm Dr. Mason. I want to play a little game. Since this is your first time, just try to learn the basic steps. I'll be coaching you, so follow my advice. Great! A tutorial! If you don't do as I say, we won't be able to proceed. I suppose the way of going, if you got a better idea, can it, because I'm Dr. Mason. It might be Easter if you... Or easier, I thought you said Easter. If you read the Pokemon trading card game instruction booklet while we play. Okay then, let's start your practice game. Okay, so we're up against Tech Sam. So I actually used to own a Pokemon deck, but it was weird. I didn't have any energy cards, I didn't know how to play the game, but now I actually do. But the game has gone from being a complete and broken mess to a slightly less broken mess. So I just don't play Pokemon trading card game anymore. But I'll go back to this one as easy as I want. Since this is just a practice, do not shuffle the deck. Oh, but I want to shuffle! Each player will draw 7 cards. Alrighty. There we go. Choose a basic Pokemon to place in the arena. Draw 7 cards. I've just done that, Dr. Mason. And get ready for battle. Choose your active Pokemon. You can only choose basic Pokemon as your active Pokemon. So you can choose either Goldeen or Staryu. For our practice duel, choose Goldeen. Alright, so as you can see, here is our hand. We have some energy, which is great. Energy cards are used to... Pretty much it's like land in Magic the Gathering. You need them to attack and to do abilities and stuff. Each card has a specific amount of energy it needs to attack with. We can only pick basic Pokemon, which are these weird... They look like Brazil flags. These Brazil flag things. So, let's pick Goldeen. Goldeen level 12 was placed in the arena. You may choose up to 5 basic Pokemon to place on the bench. Next, put your Pokemon on the bench. You can switch bench Pokemon with your active Pokemon. Again, only basic Pokemon can be placed on the bench. Choose Staryu from your hand and put it there. Yeah, you can only switch Pokemon by using a switch card or by retreating them. Now, retreating them, each card has a specific retreat cost. Like, for example, Star Use is a 1 retreat cost, you can see with the weird star. Its weakness is electric, it is a water type, and we need 1 energy to use its ability, Slap, which does 20 damage. Staryu has only 40 health, so do be careful about that. So let's put Staryu on the bench. Place level 15 Staryu. When you have no more Pokemon to put on the bench, press the B button to finish. Okay. Oh, he's got 1 Pokemon, that's good. Placing the prizes. Please place 2 prizes. Okay, so, depending on who you're going up against, will determine how many prizes you put down. In this battle, it's 2. Now, there are 3 ways you can win in this game. The first is to beat your opponent and draw your prizes. You get 1 prize every time you knock out a Pokemon of on your opposing team. If you get all your prizes before they do, you win. Another way is to outdraw your opponent. So just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, if you outdraw your opponent, they go down to 0 cards before you do in their deck, you win. If you do it before they do, you lose. The last one is the one that we're probably going to be seeing a lot, which is when they have no active Pokemon on the bench. If you knock out their active Pokemon, and they've got no bench Pokemon, you knock out the active Pokemon, they got no Pokemon on their field, you win instantly. Anyway, a coin will be tossed to decide who plays first. This coin's gonna be a pain in the ass. If heads, Masterath plays first. Yeah! So obviously, the head of Pikachu is heads, and the plain coin side is tails. You play first. My turn. Okay, I draw 1 card from the deck, and I get another water energy. Nice. Use the attack command. You need to attach energy cards to your Pokemon. Choose cards from the menu and select a water energy card. Next, choose your active Pokemon, Goldeen, and press the A button. Then the water energy card will be attached to Goldeen. Finally, attack your opponent by selecting an attack command. Choose attack from the menu and select Horn Attack. Now let's play the game. Okay, so as you can see, we have 1 attack. Horn Attack does 10 damage. Goldeen has 40 health. Matchup has 50. We can also check Pokemon, either in our area, our opponent's area, our play area, and things like that, and glossary if we need it. So for example, we could check Matchup. Matchup's got low kick, which does 20 damage. Its weakness is psychic. It has 1 energy retreat cost, 50 health, fighting type. So yeah. Alright, so let's do what he wants. We'll go to our hand, we'll select water energy, put it on Goldeen, and then attack with Horn Attack. There we go. Now, unless you have to get rid of some energy, like the card ability, the attack ability says so, we can keep as much energy as we want on these Pokemon. Usually, it's good to have as much energy as their, well, as much as their highest attack cost is. So, for example, Goldeen has only 1 move, and it's Horn Attack. And it's a 1 energy cost for 10 damage. So, we don't really need to put any more water onto ours. However, there is a reason that we may think of doing that. Anyway, that's a fighting energy on the Matchup. And low kick. Ouch. 20 damage. It's not very nice. Right, my turn again. Draws another card. We get another water energy, okay. Your Goldeen's gonna get knocked out. Let's evolve it. Choose Seeking from your hand and attach it to Goldeen to evolve it. Its HP increases from 40 to 70. Your Seeking doesn't have enough energy to use Waterfall. You need to attach a Psychic Energy card to Seeking. This star means any energy card. Now you can use Waterfall. So that's what's known as a colorless. Normal type Pokemon in this game are governed by that colorless energy sign, that star. And if it turns up in an attack, it could be any energy you want. It could be psychic, it could be fire, lightning, water, you know, colorless. It could be something like that. So any of them, really. Quite useful to get a few of those. Keep the water energy card for other Pokemon. Now let's attack your opponent with Seeking's Waterfall. Now let's play the game again. Okay. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to evolve Seeking. So, we're going to evolve Goldeen into Seeking. So as you can see, when we evolve Goldeen into Seeking, it still keeps its damage counters. Luckily, I don't believe there's a Pokemon in this game that evolves and loses health. I don't think that's the case. I think that'd be a bit weird. Anyway, so now we have 70 health instead of 40. And we have a new range of attacks with Seeking. Like Waterfall, which does 30 damage. 1 water and 1 colorless energy is needed to use it, or we can use Horn Attack. You can only place down, by the way, 1 energy per turn. So, be careful what you put on. So now we can use Waterfall here, which does 30 damage, which leaves him on 10 health. Nice. Oh, by the way, also, you can't evolve a Pokemon. Oh, that's a Rattata on the bench, okay. You can't evolve a Pokemon when it's just been on the turn it's played. So do be careful about it. That's why I couldn't evolve Goldeen Seeking my first round. Anyway, now we draw again. It's another water energy, nice. Seeking's got enough energy, so you don't need to attach any more. Attach energy cards to your bench Pokemon to get them ready for battle. Attach a water energy to your bench card Staryu. Then select the attack command. Machop has 10 health left. Seeking's Horn Attack will be enough to knock out Machop. Now, choose Seeking's Horn Attack. Now Machop's HP is 0 and it's knocked out. When you knock out the defending Pokemon, you can pick up a prize. Now let's play the game. Okay, so we will attach a Water Energy to Staryu, and we will Horn Attack Machop and kill him. So the prizes are taken from your deck. So this is, for example, in our deck. Another Raw Water Energy. No surprise. Now he's going to place Rattata on the bench. Sam's going to draw a card here. So, oh, Rattata's evolved into Raticate. That's not good. A Lightning Energy. So, Raticate's a normal type, which means that pretty much you can use any form of energy and put it on them. Normal types are really good in this game. But they're not strong against anything. They're weak to, I think, mostly fighting. But some are weak to electric. Because there's no flying type in this game. So the flying type Pokemon are counted as colorless or normal. That bite's going to do 20 damage, so that's alright, I guess. Let's draw another card, and we get Drowsy. Alright. When all your Pokemon are knocked out, and there are no Pokemon in your bench, you lose the game. Put Drowsy, the basic Pokemon you just drew on your bench. Attach a Water Energy to the energy card to Drowsy to get it ready to attack. Choose your active Seeking and attack your opponent with Waterfall. Now let's play the game. Okay, so first, let's get Drowsy out. Let's get a Water Energy onto Drowsy. So, just gonna double check on my Drowsy. So, Drowsy has 2 abilities. First is Pound, which is a colorless, so I can choose anything, which is great. Base 10 damage. Its weakness is Psychic. It's a Psychic type itself. Got 50 health. And you need 2 Psychic Energy to use Confuse Ray. Flip a coin. If heads, the defending Pokemon is now confused. On every turn, it'll do a Confuse check. I believe while you're attacking, it'll do a confuse check. If it goes wrong while they're confused, they hit themselves. So, that's useful. Some status elements in this game are so dangerous. Anyway, let's Waterfall. We're gonna have to sack our Seeking, I'm afraid. So, Raticate level 41 has taken 30 damage. So, another 30 damage and it's out. That's a Lightning Energy. That's going on to Raticate as well. Ooh, Bite. Ouch. Well, there goes Seeking. That's alright. Kind of. He will draw 1 prize. We don't get to see the prize, obviously. We will select a Pokemon now. Choose a bench Pokemon to replace the knocked out Pokemon. You now have Drowsy and Staryu on your bench. Choose Staryu as the active Pokemon for this practice duel. Here, press select to check the Pokemon data. It's important to know your cards and the status of your Pokemon. Now let's play the game. Okay, so let's pick Staryu. There he is, and he's got the ability Slap. Bitch slap you. Ah, Potion. Very nice. Staryu evolves into Starmie. Let's get Staryu ready to use Starmie's attack command when it evolves to Starmie. Choose the Water Energy from your hand and attach it to Staryu. Attack your opponent with Staryu Slap. Now, let's play the game. Okay, so pretty much Water Energy, Staryu. Okay, so we got ourselves a Potion. Remove 2 damage counts from one of your Pokemon. If that Pokemon has fewer damage counts than that, remove all of them. So, pretty much we can heal 20 health, which is fairly useful. Right. Let's slap Raticate in the face. Alright, Sam's turn. So, the next Pokemon that gets knocked out, the owner of that Pokemon loses, pretty much. So he's got a Machop now. Up, he's retreated to Machop. Oh, God. Okay. So, with retreating, I believe Raticate's got like a 2 energy retreat cost, so now Eradicate's got 1 energy on it. It had 3 before this started. Ooh, another Sea King. Not very useful. Now recover Staryu with a trainer card. Choose potion from your hand. Now let's get ready to evolve it into Starmie. Also attack. Also attach a Water Energy card to Staryu. Attack your opponent with Staryu, slap, and end your turn. Alright, so first up, let's get our potion ready. Use potion! We regain 20 health. Now let's Water Energy on Staryu. So Starmie needs, I believe, 3 Water Energy to use its abilities. So let's slap Machop in the face. Damage. Sam's turn. So I've been able to save Staryu from imminent death so far, just. Attach Fire Energy to Machop. Low kick, no point, because that's Machop's only ability is low kick. But if he had a Machoke in his hand, that would be very useful. My turn. It's time to get the heart of the cards. Oh, yes! Yugi ain't got shit on me. We just drew Starmie. Now you have finally drawn a Starmie card. Choose Starmie from your hand and use it to evolve Staryu. You've already attached enough energy to use Star Freeze. Attack your opponent with Starmie Star Freeze. Now let's play the game. Okay, so let's evolve. Starmie now has 60 health and has Recover, which is fairly useful. Discard 1 Water Energy card attached to Starmie in order to use this attack. Remove all damage counters from Starmie. Fairly decent. And it's a 1 energy cost, not bad. But Star Freeze obviously need 2 colorless and 1 water. We have 3 water, so Star Freeze! Also, it has an ability which gives a paralysis check. If heads, the opponent is paralyzed. Oh yeah! So now Star Freeze is going to paralyze Machop. One good thing about paralyzing is you can't retreat when your Pokemon is paralyzed. So this Machop, unless he's got something like a full heal, is screwed. Another fighting energy, that's not going to help you. And finish the turn without attacking because he couldn't because he was paralyzed. Between turns, Machop is cured of paralysis. Paralysis lasts for 1 turn, so not bad, I guess. We've drawn the card and it's another Water Energy. Now Machop only has 10 health left. Let's finish the battle. Attack with Starmie Star Freeze. You've knocked out your Pokemon. You're a Pokemon. Your opponent. Pick up the last prize. Masterath is the winner. Now let's play the game. Well, there you go. We Star Freeze. Paralysis check is not needed. We got heads again, so even if he did survive, he'd have been paralyzed for another turn. But we have knocked him out. And we get ourselves our last prize, which is another Water Energy. Masterath took all the prizes. Decision. We won the battle with Sam. Oh, it's a duel with Sam. Sorry. Basically, this is how the Pokemon trading card game is played. It's a game in which you try to knock out as many of your opponent's Pokemon as there are prizes. That's the gist of it. If you don't understand something, talk to Sam. It might be helpful to practice again too. This time was just a practice. So I had you follow everything I said, but there are other styles of play. So try them out by choosing normal duel. Thank you, Dr. Mason. So by the way, that match goes the same way each time. It obviously does. It's a tutorial. What do you expect? Now then, let's build your deck. Did you bring your cards? No, I did not. Oh, okay, I did. Let me add some of my own cards to yours. Now, Master, what kind of deck do you want? Please select the deck you want. Okay, so we can select one of 3 decks. We can either go for the Charmander and Friends deck, the Squirtle and Friends deck, or the Bulbasaur and Friends deck. The Charmander and Friends deck has fire types, Squirtle and Friends deck has water types, and the Bulbasaur and Friends deck has grass types. Now, the Charmander and Friends deck is mostly power gain, which is not bad. You know, good power game's good. Good power game's good. Squirrel deck, I believe, is mostly defensive. A lot of water types have got fairly decent defenses. And the Bulbasaur and Friends deck, there's a lot of stats elements in Bulbasaur and Friends deck, so that could be useful. Do you know what? I'm actually going to pick Bulbasaur. Why not? I'm picking Bulbasaur. A Bulbasaur and Friends deck? Yeah. Oh, a Bulbasaur and Friends deck. Yeah, you just said that, mate. Here are the remaining cards. We received the Bulbasaur and Friends deck. Yeah. We received 30 cards. You should duel with many different people. Why don't you go to one of the card clubs? There are many people playing in the clubs. Collect new cards and try building a new deck. Alright, so as you can see here, here is our new deck. So we have Bulbasaur. There he is, Leech Seed. Unless all damage from this attack is prevented, you may remove 1 damage count from Bulbasaur. Fairly useful. For 2. We've got 2 of them. We've got an Ivysaur, Vine Whip and Poison Powder. Poison Powder obviously poisons the opponent. And we have a Venusaur, which has a Pokemon power. This one's got 100 health. It's got Energy Trans. As often as you like during your turn before your attack, you may take 1 energy card attached to one of your Pokemon and attach it to a different one. This power cannot be used if Venusaur is asleep, confused, or paralyzed. That is very useful because I could evolve Venusaur. I could evolve like into Venusaur as quick as I can. If I've got a few Pokemon on my bench with grass types, I can take them all off, put them on a Venusaur, bam, Solar Beam, 60 damage. So yeah. We also got some Canopy, Metapods. We haven't got a Butterfree yet. We've got some Nidoran though, and a Nidorino, and a Tangela. We have 1 Fire type, which is a Flareon, so obviously we're going to have an Eevee. Oh, look, we've got 2. We've got a few Water types as well. Seal, Dugong, Krabby, Kingler, Goldeen, Seaking, and Vaporeon. We haven't got a Jolteon for some reason. That's weird. We also, so our colours, we've got a Kangaskhan. That could be fairly useful. It's got Fetch, which allows us to draw a card for 1. Or Comet Punch. 4 colourless energy to do this, but it has a chance of doing 80 damage. This attack does 20 damage times the number of heads. We've got some option cards here. Professor Oak is really useful. Oh, God. Screw you, Pokeball. I'm putting Bill in. Bill! It's the pot of greed of this game. Professor Oak pretty much discards your entire hand. You draw 7 cards. You've got Plus Power, which attach Plus Power to an active Pokemon. At the end of the turn, discard Plus Power if this Pokemon's attack does damage. To any active Pokemon after applying weakness and resistance. The attack does 10 more damage. Fairly decent. We've also got a Defender, which is the same as Plus Power, only you equip it to one of your Pokemon, and any damage done is reduced by 20. So fairly decent. We've also got some full heals. We're not going to use a Revive, but we are going to put a potion in the deck, though. And obviously we've got Energy. Fire, Grass, Water. Did I just do that? Oh, no, I'm good. Okay. Let's save the deck. There we go. Alright, guys. Long enough for a break here, but in the next episode, let's play Pokemon the Trading Card Game. I think we'll go to one of those clubs. Yes. This game's not that long, to be honest, but it can be very tough. Anyway, I'll see you then.